Darkside made this?
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant and Real, the pod where real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. Google is wrong. Listen to your data. Don't trust them. I am your host, Uncle Trav, the hardest worker in the world. Well, let's start your day off of eggs, bacon vibes, and I have definitely brought you the vibes. This is a Christmas special. You know what I mean? Even though we still got a week. Yeah, got a week. I'm doing a Christmas special for this one. Hence the tree that we got in the background. I wanted a different one, but you know what? The tree is actually immaculate vibe, so here it is. You do get, I looked at the schedule, there is a pod that comes out Christmas Eve, but I don't expect that to be the one that steals the show. This is the one that does it. Why? Because we got a motherfucking Christmas tree. Ain't that many people doing what I do, and I gladly appreciate all of you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, hit share, send to a friend, send to a family member, send to an enemy, and then tell them to do the same. If you are on Spotify or Apple, pause it, stop it, go to the YouTube, where you should be watching, and give it a nice thumbs up and a like. Tell me you came on over. Looks like they're getting rid of TikTok. It's not good. Most of the fan base and where I've been doing stuff is on TikTok. So now I gotta figure out what to do now. We gotta move to other platforms. So I'll have to Instagram and YouTube it up because TikTok was where we were at, but sounds like they're getting rid of it. They don't want the Chinese looking at what we're doing anymore. It's fucking annoying. They've been looking at what we're doing. Now all of a sudden we want to stop them. Why now? What made now so special, you know? What do I know? I'm not a politician yet. But every day I think about it and I'm like, that seems like a lot of work to be a politician. All that work for all the hatred. It's like, has there ever been one politician that someone has genuinely liked and was like, I like that guy, I want that guy back? Is there ever one like that, or are they all just like, fuck him? And then that's all based off of opinion, because a lot of people have their own opinions on it. A lot of people are opinionated. A lot of people have their own way they view and think of things. So, I don't fucking know. I truly don't know. But it always makes you wonder. It's like, will I be loved? Or will I be feared? Will I be hated? I want people to hate how much they love me. You know? Be scared of how much they hate that they love me. It's so much. That's the goal. To be scared of how much they hate that they love me. You ever listen to a conspiracy theorist? The people that blame the government for everything. They're like, the government's got nanobots in the skies and pigeons are robots. They're not real. You ever like listen to some of those people talk? It's really fascinating because I always wonder, how did their mind get there? Like, what in their mind told them that this was the way to go? Like, how did we form a thought and then get over there? Those conspiracy theorists, those government hating people, whatever the fuck they call it, the way they think is so fascinating to me. I've truly always wondered how they got there. And they're like, was it their own original thought or did someone give them that thought? How did we land where we landed, you know? Like, did we dive head first or was it just kind of the moment? I meet a lot of people. Like, a lot of fucking people in one day. Just one fucking day. I meet a lot of people. And a lot of people talk. And a lot of people are heavily opinionated. And when some people start talking, it's like, how did your mind form that? And why did you blame the government? What about that whole situation said this is the government's fault? Like, I genuinely want to know because I'd be so confused. Is it just easier to have a scapegoat, somebody to blame? Because if that is, that makes sense, you know? Find someone to be upset with. If you don't know what I'm talking about, meet more people. Just start saying hello. You will find the crazies. They are out there. I truly believe a lot of these people that exist were in the basement class, and that was the one they told us to stay away from in school. And they got free, and they got older, and they didn't want to be on the system no more. And now they walk the streets like normal people like you and me. They're just around. God, we don't need these people walking free at all. We don't need these people walking free. Where do these conspiracy theorists come from? Like, who lets these people make decisions? Who gives them free reign to just run the fuck around and run amok? I never truly understood it. Why do people blame the government for everything? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. They probably are a reason for a lot of the fucked up shit. But they ain't controlling the rain. They ain't putting robots in the sky. I mean, maybe some drones. There was some drones over New Jersey, so maybe when it comes to that, sure. But they're not responsible for random acts of God or the starvation of millions of people or aliens. There's no Area 51. There's Area 51 probably. But the shit that they think is in there, no. That shit ain't in there. The government has better things to do than hide fucking aliens from people. Because, like, how do you hide something like that? Like, let's say a spaceship does appear in the sky. How do you hide something like that? How do you shoot it down? And then how do you quickly conceal it? And no one knows but like 5 people? Come on, man. I truly always wonder where people get these ideas from. Do other people put it in their heads? They see it online? Do their fathers tell them? Like, how do we get to this point in time? I truly will never understand it. I don't. One of the other things I truly would never understand is why people who go through hell try to convince other people to go through that hell. Like, the military or jail or whatever. Like, people that have went to these places or done these things, or they went to a fraternity and they went through all that hell to get down and all this other stuff. Why do they tell other people that it's a great time, it's amazing, and they know they hated it? You never fully get the truth about things. Every so often there's a black sheep, but majority of the people that do it usually lie. And I never understood that. Like, heavily the military and the jail people. The military people will sit there and tell you, oh, it's such a great thing, they did all this, this. And then you see every person that comes back is fucked up. Except for the people that sat behind the desk, they truly think it's a great place. But the people that really went and saw some shit be fucked up. Physically or mentally or financially or all three. They ain't got no money, they home missing a leg, homeless, they hungry, they got experimented on, and then the government said, fuck y'all, I ain't paying for none of this shit. Why would you want someone to go through that? Like, what about that gets gold stars? Like, yeah, you should join this or you should join that. It doesn't sound like collectively anyone enjoyed their experience. Except for the desk pushers, the people that climbed the ranks and all they did was file paperwork or some shit or stock stuff. But then everyone else that actually had to do work, the tankers, the people on the airplanes, the ground guys, like just people that did shit, they hated every second of it. So I'm genuinely confused as to what told them, hey, you should tell people to go. They didn't even like it. They hated every minute of it. The jail dudes, they go to jail. They sit there and rave about the shit when they come home, but when they're in there, they're miserable. This don't make no sense. You hated it. You hated every second of it. And then when you come home, you glorify the shit. Talk about all these stories and how much fun you had and this, and this. Why y'all lying to people? Is it because y'all was that hurt that you don't want to hurt other people? You want to see people upset, down bad? Like, I truly don't understand the logic. Where is the mindset that goes behind this? The fraternity bros. You didn't want to be in a fucking fraternity. You didn't want to be a probie. You didn't like getting hit and forced to do all that weird, freaky, borderline gay shit. But you did it. And then you tell somebody else to do it. Why? People with kids. I have never, ever met one person who said, have kids, and they are happy with them. Not one. You know what? Scratch that. If we're going to count like my mom and my aunt, cool. Outside of them, I haven't met not one single person, no, my age or anywhere near my age or younger than me, that has ever said, have kids, and I've been happy. Every single last person I ever know that is around my age or slightly older or slightly younger has hated and regretted every second of them. So I tell people to have them. I don't get it. You hate these damn kids. You hate the money that y'all spend on them. You hate the person you made them with. Why the fuck would you tell somebody else to have kids? The logic escapes me. I don't understand it. Why are y'all telling people these false narratives and shit? Tell them the truth. Tell them it fucking sucks. Make people, we overpopulated anyways. Let's wean off the baby making for the next 10 years. You know, maybe don't make no kids for 10 years. Let the cycle of life fix itself, you know? Darwinism, it's gonna happen, you can't stop it. Just let the earth rebalance itself and then overpopulate it again. China did it. They bounced back real fast. We could do 4-1, you know, quick little reset. Just tap the reset button real quick. Just force the world to reset. And then it'll get back and flow on its normal state again. Ah, fucking bro. Another thing that I've been seeing that I truly do not understand is why do women hate other women so much? What is it about it that's like, fuck this bitch? 'Cause I genuinely want to know the answer to that question. Women will not support other women if they ain't friends. That whole, girls gotta stick together, girl power shit. There's a select few. For every, nothing is always 100%. There's always 90, 95. Like, it'll never hit a full 100 because there's always going to be someone that's not like that. But it seems the majority of the women truly hate other women. And there seems to be like no premise behind it. It's just, I hate you, die, bitch. And it's just like, why? Prime example, cooking with Kaya. This is just, it's a cute girl. She's cooking food and she's dancing. And all the bitches hate her. All the women are in competition. I cook better. She can't take my man. She can't do this. She can't cook like I cook. What's with the competition? Why y'all hate her? All she did was make some food. And I ain't gonna lie, the food looked gooder than a bitch. She made a catchy tune and she started shaking her little ass. And then y'all hate her for it. And then y'all started showing y'all plates like, oh, I can cook better. And this been some straight up atrocities. These are not good plates. These look horrible. Why are you hating because somebody got a skill? It's like, y'all see a girl out here doing music, she doing a thing, she doing tattoos, she doing whatever. Y'all like, fuck that bitch, I'll murder that bitch, I'll rob that bitch. Why? It's crazy because if your friend, I guarantee you her friends support her. They like, yeah, hype the bitch up. And then the next door neighbor probably hate her. Why? What the competition for? Like, is it just primal instinct kind of deal? Like, something you just can't put your finger on, but it exists? That would make sense. But why you hate this girl? Because she just want to dance and throw some ass. She just a happy-go-lucky little bird. This don't make no sense to me, y'all. What did Kaya do? It's not just her, but what did these women do that got y'all so mad? And don't get me wrong, niggas be hating too. There's some niggas that wake up and choose to be Division 1 level haters. They like, you know what? I murdered that nigga, I robbed that nigga too. But it seems like niggas being different, or they don't like shit. Either it's A, because they don't like that person for a reason, or B, they just hate us, and that's just in their blood to hate. But with the women, it's just like, yeah, I don't like that bitch. Okay, why? I just don't like that bitch. Do you know her? No. Does she live in the city? No. Okay. What do you benefit from hating her? From being in competition with her? For showing you can do better than her, but you're not doing better than her? Because if you was doing better than her, you wouldn't even have to show you was doing better than her, because you would already be doing better than her. I don't understand you humans. I was born in the wrong era, yo. I should have been a white man born in the 50s or some shit. I don't fucking know what the fuck is going on. Oh my gosh, the times is different. So in the recent news, the CEO killer, Luigi Mangione, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Don't get me wrong. He has a real Italian name, and I fuck with it, because you gotta go Luigi Mangione. You gotta give the hand motion. You gotta say it like a mafia boss, Luigi. Like, he has such a great fucking name. You gotta love the name. Like, that alone should be the reason why he's innocent. But he did what he did. Killed the CEO, right? I find it baffling and amazing and just almost like, no, it couldn't be that easy. Like, I feel like they planted this evidence. Because there's no way, son, before he went to kill a nigga, he stopped at Starbucks. That's how they got the first picture of him. Who the fuck goes to Starbucks? Before I kill a nigga, I must be caffeinated. Okay, we go to Starbucks. Pops the man, leaves. Okay, he gets boogie. He's out of town, out of Dodge. He gone. You don't know where he is. Man killed a nigga and skipped the state. He went back home because he's from PA. So he went all the way to Pennsylvania. And you mean to tell me he was in McDonald's, he had a mask on. An employee recognized him or thought it was him, called the police, and the police found him with the gun, a manifesto, and a bunch of other incriminating evidence? Get the fuck out of here. Man was like a bioengineer or some shit. He graduated, smart as shit, and you mean to tell me he got caught up in McDonald's? Then the crazy part is, right, there's a reward for it. You can find them, call the tip line, and you get 10K. The problem with that is, A, it's taxed. And since it's offered from Manhattan is offering it, New York, they're taxing it at bare minimum, I'm gonna say they're gonna tax it at 15%. Not walking away with a lot. And you only see that money when this person gets convicted and then goes to jail. Like, just because they got arrested don't mean you get the money. They have to get convicted, go to jail, and then you get your bread. But anyways, the McDonald's employee calls 911, gets the dude arrested, and then out of a technicality, he doesn't get the money because he's supposed to call the tip line. He called 911. So they're not paying him. So you did all of this for no reason. You don't get no money out of it. And you still gotta work your miserable McDonald's job. That's insane to me. You thought you were gonna be up at least 5K. No, sir, not today. You called the wrong number. You just gave him away for free. But in the heat of the moment, you see the killer. You're like, oh, he's right there. Cool, 10K. You thinking big. You're like, all right, time to do my duty, citizen deeds. Like, whatever. I'm doing what I do as America. And in your mind, 911, fuck it. That's an easy number. Nah. It's some bullshit-ass 1-800 number you're supposed to call. And I think it's like, my FBI or get... What the fuck is this number? Uh, 1-800 call FBI. Who the fuck is thinking of that in the moment? You just found the killer. Dollar signs are flashing. Nah, you get nothing. And then, it's quite possible you could lose your job because people started rating that McDonald's 1 star. That is the worst rated McDonald's in the country because of one employee. On Yelp. Then, they call the job, they come to the job, they've now made this place a hostile work environment because this employee gave him up for the 10K they thought he was getting, but he ain't getting it. So this might be, you're definitely out the 10K because they said they ain't paying it. And the job now could be like, listen, It ain't safe here no more. You costing us money. We got 1 star Yelp because of you. You gotta go, brother man, brother lady. That's insane. You get double fucked. You don't get the money and you lose your job. So now you gotta figure out how you gonna pay the bills. The internet is a horrible place to go to war with because people will find you. They found there's some dude killed a cat and they found him based off of a gas station. You think they won't find the caller tonight? Yo, the internet is a wild fucking place, yo. Like, just go on there and you will see these people are unhinged. The shit that they do is wild. Like, how did you Google Earth this and find that? Like, there was this dude on TikTok. I don't see him very often, but like, he does stuff. I think his name is like Find Me Monkey or something Monkey. I don't know. I remember his slogan was Monkey, and people would send him videos, and they would be like, to show their kids, like, stop posting shit online. So they like take a 2 to 5 second video of their surrounding, and then the dude would be like, yeah, it took me 45 minutes to find you, but you were right here, standing here at this time. What? And he goes off of the craziest clues, fucking the license plates, and then he'd be like, there's a water tower there, and he's looking at water tower maps. And then he's like, there's 7 CVS's in this area with trees nearby. Man will Google CVS with trees nearby. The fuck? And then he finds where they were standing. You think the internet won't find your McDonald's? I feel bad for him. But you know what? It's crazy is somebody died. And we praised the killer. This is some real V for Vendetta type shit. Like, where the villain becomes so praised that he's loved. This is the direction they were going with the Joker movie, where the villain becomes the good guy. And it's like, they open their eyes to the people. We should have been burning this goddamn city down. The Civil War happened because of 1% tax raise. People was dying over that shit. But we don't stand for shit, and the few people that do, they get silenced real quick. And I get why you don't want to be a martyr. It's not a fun job. But Luigi said, fuck it. Luigi. You gotta love that fucking name. That's a great fucking name. Shout out to his parents. I love Luigi. So much for the name. So I was watching this podcast, and he was making fun of another podcast. Just the clip, just the podcast change. And it's these 2 black guys, they're twins. And they sat down with someone that is very odd to sit down with. They sat down with David Duke. For all you who don't know, David Duke was one of the Grand Wizards to the KKK. And I'm truly baffled as to why the fuck would you sit down with him. Like, there's a certain point where I don't give a fuck about content. I ain't sitting down with that nigga. I'm not shaking his hand. Like, don't get me wrong, ain't no beef, but there is. There's a certain, like, I always feel there's certain shit that you say and do, and later on you gotta stand on that. You can't lead the KKK and then drop out and then be like, I'm reformed, I like niggers now. What? And then these goofy motherfuckers give him this, like, play card, and it says the N-word pass. And they're like, you get a free pass to say the N-word. He been fucking saying it. You think you don't become the Grand Wizard by dropping a couple of hard R's? obviously that's the biggest word in his vocabulary. And this is why I don't fucking like black people. Because you got the ignorant ass motherfuckers that's just ignorant 24/7. You got the Uncle Tom ass niggas who be like, who want to jump and join the other sides of anything that's but their side. Now I'm not saying there was a race war, but they go against everything about them. And then you just have the it's just hate, or it's just hate, right? So no other race will sit down with this man. I guarantee you, Hispanics not sitting down with this nigga. Chinese people not sitting down. Asian people not sitting down with this people. No other race is probably gonna sit down with this man. But guess what niggas do? Sit down with him, talk to him, try to figure out his thought process of how he got into the KKK. Who gives a fuck? Let the white people talk to him. That's what he like, right? What in your mind said this was a good idea? As a black man in America, why the fuck would you even touch that with a 10-foot pole? I wouldn't even want to be in the room while them niggas spoke to that man. I wouldn't feel comfortable sitting in the room. And then you sit down with one of the most racist people on the planet? Hell no. I think he did a long time as the part of he was a Grand Wizard from 1989 to 1992. That's a long time to be throwing out hard R's. So he wasn't at no lynchings. Get the fuck out of here. What is it? It was just meeting the best friends? Y'all just was tea and crumpets? Y'all was just talking about how much you hate niggers? You didn't actually act on it? Come on, man. That's why I don't fuck with niggas. You got violent niggas that just want to fight and kill all day. You got these Uncle Tom ass niggas that kiss the white man's ass. You got ignorant motherfuckers who don't want to know and learn and get this shit right. It's like, it's hardly it's not a good balance. There's no like, you know what, we got a couple educated from here, we got some ignorance over there. Nah, it's just like one or the other, and this shit blatantly in your face. Every so often you find an anomaly, but come on, man, that's why I'll be where niggas be at. The Uncle Tom niggas terrify me more. The niggas that vote that is pro-white but black, hell no, I'd rather be around David Duke than them. At least I know his heart. Theirs is insane. And I sometimes at them like reformed KKK members get on, they talk about it, they be having the Bible and shit in their hand. It's like, I don't fucking believe you, bro. But alright, y'all. We gonna call it a day. We gonna wrap it up. We gonna end it here. Thanks for my Christmas special. Tune in next week, y'all. We gonna have good content, great content, new content.